Did French President Macron just get shoved in his face by his wife Brigitte? Okay, so both of them just landed in Vietnam, and it seems that he wasn't aware while the plane doors was being opened up as he was engaged in a conversation with someone that's off camera. Then suddenly we can see that he got shoved in the face. He appeared startled and then he realized the doors are already open, so he just smiled awkwardly at the camera, prepared himself, and then, step out of the plane. And the most funny thing is, the moment he stepped out of the plane, the first thing he does is to shake hands with the man, the very same man that opened the doors of the plane while he was unaware of it being opened up. Brigitte followed behind him, and this is a part of contention where some outlets are reporting that Macron actually, using his body language, offered his arm to Brigitte, who chose to ignore his arm and chose for the hand railings instead. I rewind the video a few times. I couldn't really tell if he really offered his arms. You be the judge of it. Tell me, what do you think? So now he has come out explaining that it was just a moment where he and his wife are just joking around, and officials have downplayed it, comparing it to a moment of closeness, a moment of togetherness. I mean, seriously, what do you think? Blink twice if you need help. An e-bike just burst into flames after being parked outside a supermarket in less than a minute. Okay, this happened on May 23rd, 2025, around 5:40 p.m. outside Sheng Siong supermarket. Okay, the e-bike, also known as a power-assisted bicycle, caught fire spontaneously less than 1 minute after being parked. Surprisingly, the owner wasn't aware of it until he came out 10 minutes later and realized how come there are like police and firefighters surrounding his e-bike, and his e-bike was on fire. Remember a few days ago, we covered a story on PMDs and PABs, and we even shared the do's and don'ts on how you should maintain your PMDs, PABs, e-bikes so that they will not, catch on fire. So I think the owner honestly did a good job maintaining his e-bike. Besides one thing, the bike already has his 6 months warranty expired at the time of the incident. Okay. Anyway, for the response part, staff nearby used 3 fire extinguishers to control the fire, but it kept reigniting multiple times. The e-bike reportedly exploded 5 to 6 times during the incident. Can you just imagine the horror? So much that even 3 fire extinguishers is not enough to control the fire. Imagine if you have an e-bike. Now at home, some of us, we actually have fire extinguishers at home. But imagine this, even 3 fire extinguishers is not enough to control the fire. SCDF finally arrived and extinguished the fire using a water jet. Some details on the bike: the owner bought the bike less than a year ago for 1,400 Singapore dollars, and he used the original battery, and he did no modifications on the bike. The warranty is 6 months and was expired at the time of incident, so I do not know if he should have sent it for servicing or maintenance. I'm not familiar with the e-bike scene. Let us know in the comments if you know better. He barely uses the e-bike. He only uses it once every 2 weeks for commuting. I would say this e-bike is taken in really, really good condition, and it is not like frequent usage which causes the battery to like overheat or anything. So besides the warranty being expired, I really couldn't find any fault with how he maintained his bike. No modifications, original battery. Man, at this point, I would say people are getting a bit hesitant about the idea of owning a PMD or PABs at this point because of the too many infrequent cases of fire that we have been reporting in the news. Your last story of the day, this happened in Malaysia, where a Malaysian social media personality, CEO Batu, only aged 22 years old, is now in police custody. But he was remanded until May 26, so he might be already out by now, by today. He is or was in police custody for allegedly sending explicit messages and images to a 14-year-old girl, okay? When I first read about the story, reading through it and searching more, I was thinking, could it be just an honest mistake? Because he claimed he forgot to crop the pictures. I'll get into details to that in a further bit. That was until a second minor has now come out accusing him of similar inappropriate behavior, also involving explicit photos sent supposedly to show his appendix surgical scars, but the photo will show the scars along with his genitals. This is highly, highly disturbing, okay? This only came to light because Malaysian local artist and activist Caprice shared this story thanks to requests from the 14-year-old girl's mother, okay, so that CEO Batu can show accountability for his actions. So for background of the story, just basic backgrounds. Squad, they are watching from Malaysia, probably know the story better than me, than us. Please share more details in the comments. Let us be updated. So CEO Batu, recently discharged from the hospital, offered to show the 14-year-old his appendix surgical scars via WhatsApp. He then sent a photo. The photo has his scar, but also can see his genitals, his private parts. And then, after sending the photo, the girl expressed discomfort. He apologized and asked her not to be upset. He then sent a message to the girl's mother explaining that this photo was actually meant for his girlfriend and he forgot to crop the photo to send to the 14-year-old girl. This is, I mean, would you believe him? Would you give him the slight benefit of the doubt here that it was really a genuine mistake? People are also very fascinated by the fact is why is he so fascinated with his appendix surgical scars that he's offering to other people to see. So as I was saying, he sent a separate message to the victim's mother where he begged for forgiveness, claiming the explicit photo was a mistake and uncropped. It was actually, the photo originally was for his girlfriend and it should have been cropped for her daughter to see, and pleading to avoid legal actions due to his career and family responsibility. Even mentioning how he has built up his career slowly over 3 years, etc, etc, etc. The 14-year-old girl's mother, a single parent, saw the messages in her daughter's WhatsApp, was upset and filed a police report. She also criticized CEO Batu for exploiting her daughter's politeness and firmly rejected his apology, saying, even if he cries tears of blood, an apology isn't enough. And now, as we mentioned earlier on, another minor has contacted Caprice with similar claims, sharing screenshots of CEO Batu's offering to show his appendix scar, and then that photo actually showed both his scar and his private parts. You can see the photos, the lighting of the photos seem different, even the angle is different. I mean, you can see that the two different photos, the lighting and angle, can be seen that it was two photos taken at two separate times. It was not like he sent the same separate photo. So, I mean, at this point, would you give him the benefit of the doubt that the first photo was originally for his girlfriend and should have been cropped and sending it to a minor? Even more so, we now know that he is in the habit of actually, I don't know, is it his fan base or his people that follow him, he's actually offering them to see, do you want to see my appendix surgical scars? I mean, this is highly disturbing, okay? If you want to share your scars, share them with your family. Okay? I'm not sure why. I don't know what is the point here. I do not understand social media at this point talking about this story. As we have mentioned, CEO Batu turned himself in on May 23, 2025 and is remanded until May 26, 2025 for investigation. So, by the time you're watching this news, he should be out of investigation. Also, just to end off things, I tried checking the TT account of CEO Batu. It doesn't exist anymore. I found an alternate account with a post claiming that the other account, CEO Batu, is now permanently banned, with a message claiming that it was like 3 years of hard work and an unintentional mistake caused everything to happen. I mean, editor, maybe if you could translate it better for me, please put the translation of what the post meant in his alternate account. I think it's CEO Batu _2 or 2__3. We will try to keep you up to date with this story.